And welcome back to the Babble Boys podcast. I'm James, joined as always with my good buddy Jeff. Jeff, how's it going, man?
It's going. It's 25 degrees here in South Carolina, and people are going insane.
So it's very cold. That has to be one of the coldest parts of the country at the moment.
We got that. I guess that. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not a weatherman, but I'm assuming maybe that nor'easter passed through down here, where we had like a cold front. It's going to get back in the 60s here soon, but 25 degrees is really cold down here, especially because you're not required to have heat in your house. So
So not everyone. So you're saying not everyone has heat.
no, especially like if you live in like a trailer or something.
Well, that could be dangerous. So I,
It
I
could.
see a lot of kerosene heaters have gone off the shelves down there.
Yeah, probably maybe something or them little portable heaters probably. Daisy chained up,
Yeah.
causing fires. I mean, I'm not sure, but it's definitely cold.
So I don't know if you heard, but there was a data scientist from Florida whose home was raided by armed police. Her name is Rebecca Jones. It's been
Oh,
all over the news lately.
isn't that quack job lady who said she was fired for reasons that she wasn't likely fired for?
Yeah, this lady is let's get into it because she is a piece of work, I must say. So, this is her.
Decent looking lady.
Mhm. Florida enforcement agents searched the home of former state data scientist Rebecca Jones on Monday, entering her house with weapons drawn as they carried out a warrant as part of an investigation into an unauthorized message that was sent on a state communication system. At 8:30 a.m. this morning, state police came into my house and took all my hardware and tech, she said. They were serving a warrant on my computer after the Department of Health filed a complaint. The Florida Department of Health is the agency that fired Jones in May after she helped create the state's COVID-19 dashboard. Jones has said she lost her job after she refused requests to manipulate data to suggest Florida was ready to ease coronavirus restrictions. A spokesperson for Ron DeSantis said at the time she exhibited a repeated course of insubordination during her time at that department. And as we will detail, she's quite the character.
Yeah, actually, I remember her. She was probably in the news about a year ago, maybe, right?
Yes.
She has a bachelor's degree in geography, but they love to, call her a scientist. And she has a bachelor's degree in journalism too. So
Yeah. She
yeah, yeah.
was head of the Geographical Information Systems.
Yeah, GIS. Yeah.
Yes. So she says Jones calls the raid on her home an act of retaliation for her persistent criticisms of how Florida has handled the pandemic. She accuses DeSantis of being focused more on political concerns than stopping the coronavirus. They took my phone and the computer I use every day to post the case numbers in Florida and school cases for the entire country, she said on Twitter. They took evidence of corruption at the state level. They claimed it was about a security breach. This was DeSantis. He sent the Gestapo. The court affidavit says the rogue message was sent to a state planning group in which all users share the same username and password. It adds that investigators were able to trace the November 10 message to an IP address that is affiliated with Jones' Comcast account. Well, if we were sponsored by a VPN, this would be the perfect time to tell you to use one.
And here comes Nord's VPN for the sponsorship. No, no. But hey, we're open for it.
Yes. So, after being fired from her job as a geographic information system manager, Jones created her own dashboard for reporting coronavirus information called Florida COVID Action, offering data and information about testing options. So it looks like which I've never seen. Okay, I have seen accounts that share the same username and password. They're normally called service accounts. But what she did is definitely a breach of trust and definitely a privacy breach for wherever
Well, yeah, she doesn't work for
on
the
the state
organization.
level. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't work for the organization. Which I mean, I find it ironic. She's trying to play like she's some kind of superhero. They're trying to silence me. They sent the Gestapo. Like, lady, like I remember you were fired because you were insubordinate. You also have a sexual assault claim or investigation or court trial, whichever it is, however it is now. But I know she made a website and posted a bunch of nudes from some guy. She was also fired from FSU for fucking a student. Excuse my language. So, in my honest opinion, just at face value, she's probably a fucking quack job.
Well, let's get into it. So, Fox News, May 26th, fired Florida data scientist had been axed by FSU years ago for affair with student. So, one of the people entering data into Florida's coronavirus website was fired in a dispute over what information should be made public and was allegedly, according to a report in the Daily Mail, also fired from Florida State for having an affair with a student and was later charged with cyber stalking. Rebecca Jones. DeSantis denied that, saying Jones was fired for insubordination and should have never been hired because she is being investigated for cyber stalking. So he's saying she should have never been hired to begin with because of the charges that you just detailed. She allegedly created a revenge porn website called Surviving Garrett and sent the link to online boards focusing on feminism and the hashtag MeToo movement. Jones also wrote a 342-page manifesto
What
with
the
the narrative of her affair with
Jesus Christ.
with the student.
She's a
She
quack job.
posted online at least 60 pages, including screen grabs of their sex. In the manifesto, she said she was impregnated by the student. She gave birth to a girl in mid-2018, and she has an 8-year-old son with her husband.
Where's the child at?
Who knows? Who knows?
So she's a fucking quack job, first and foremost. We're gonna just
Yeah.
go ahead and get that out there. And her political bias is very fucking clear. I gotta slow down on the sailor talk. It's real clear. So of course she wants to make herself seem like some kind of coronavirus superhero. You know, I mean, yeah, Florida's got high numbers, but okay. I get it. You know, like I get it.
So we got another one here from the Ocala Post.
That's in Florida.
Yes. This is May 19th. So this was prior to the article posted about her affair with the student at FSU.
About a week prior, yeah.
So it says, government, White House officials, secretly hijacked Florida's COVID-19 surveillance dashboard. As Florida slowly reopens, the Florida government and the White House officials allegedly secretly hijacked Florida's COVID-19 surveillance dashboard and forcibly removed Rebecca Jones, the woman who designed and oversaw the project. So here it looks like we have some background here. When the COVID-19 virus outbreak hit Florida and the public needed information, Jones said she was ready for action. As the GIS manager for the state of Florida Department of Health, she said she built the state's COVID-19 dashboard. In an email to the Ocala Post, Jones said that she was removed because she refused to falsify and censor data. She said she was ordered to censor data to support reopening the government. The government wanted me to manually change the data, and I refused. The move was done quietly until Jones decided to speak up. Afterwards, she was fired by the agency, which is overseen by Ron DeSantis. Ironically, in late April, the dashboard was touted by the White House as the most transparent and up-to-date information pertaining to COVID. Jones said she built the website and implemented every line of code all on her own. As far as functionality, scientists say the website was extraordinarily complex, received more than 44 million views and growing, and outperformed the failed Florida unemployment website by a landslide. In a warning to the public, Jones wrote, "I do not expect a new team to have the same level of accessibility or transparency." She said that because she was forthcoming and transparent with the data, it's the reason she was forcibly removed from the project. So I don't.
That's like me saying, "Listen here, you simple bitch." Okay. All right. When you post things on an official website, they go through a quality check first. You don't get to just be a cowboy and, you know, saddle up and post it because you feel though that it needs to be posted. It gets fact checked, it gets quality assured, and then it gets posted after it's been checked like 14 times for accuracy. You don't just post shit.
No.
So yes, that's why it was pulled down. That is why it was pulled down. Could it have went back up? Sure. But I mean, you know, Virgin Mary here and the, you know, who wrote her own gospel about herself, 342 pages long because she's insane. you know, clearly wants, somebody to give her a superhero cape and paint a moral of her because she's insane.
Yeah,
Who writes 342 pages about an affair?
yeah.
I can't even write 342 pages about my own mother.
I don't think I could write 342 pages about my own 30 years of being on Earth.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Wrote about an affair, man, and it's a manifesto.
Well, and she
That's usually,
posted 60 pages online.
yeah. I mean, this is typically what serial killers and mass shooters do.
Yeah, I mean, there's no argument that she was out there, and you know, to so to play devil's advocate here, I mean, she could be somewhat correct in
Could
that
be.
they didn't want her to release certain numbers.
Yeah, yeah. It's possible,
Yeah.
but obviously, and it would fit in line because Florida is a massive tourist state.
Yeah,
You
and yeah,
know,
it would completely make sense that they fudged some of them or didn't want to display on that dashboard all of the numbers. Some of them could have been misleading.
yeah, and but like even then, even if you look at the numbers are high. But let's say you do a comparison of Florida and New York.
Mm-hmm.
The death rate is a fraction in Florida of what it is in New York.
Yep.
So that leads normal people who use their brains to question why that is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So could she be correct? Sure, absolutely. Could she be a nut job? Absolutely. I don't really know. And to me, it feels like she just really likes attention. And it drives me nuts that you got Hollywood people out here like, what you're doing to this woman is criminal and it's overstepping. And like, you don't even know the story either, you moron.
Well, I mean, we've seen from them from day one. I mean, them making fun of people like the SNL crew.
Oh, yeah.
They did a skit where they were calling the shutdown protesters babies, and it just goes to show. I mean, the shutdowns don't affect them. They're not going to lose their job. They're actors.
Right. No, and they're elite already. They got millions and millions of dollars. What us peasants do is of no concern to them. I mean, really, they just want to hold some kind of moral high ground from their gated community and pretend like they give a fucking shit.
Exactly. I've personally learned. I don't care what any of them say. One of them does.
Well, like you'll have like Vox, like the journalist organization Vox. They'll be like, Gucci Man said this about Donald Trump. I don't give a shit. Gucci Man's only famous because he's a rapper. He's not intelligent.
Well, you got to remember who's reading that. What crowd is reading that?
Well, yeah, I get it, but like golly, like you're that stupid. I don't care. Like Lil Wayne endorsed Donald Trump. Sweet, awesome.
It's hardly journalism, isn't it?
No, it's popularity. It's just pushing bullshit.
Well, my friend, I think we've settled it. I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle, but I think we've pointed out that this lady is out of her fucking mind.
To write a manifesto, 342 pages about an affair and first off, to have an affair with your student, yeah, she's out there. But maybe, I'm not saying. She could be both out there and telling the truth, but
yeah,
who knows?
Well, that's it for this segment. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.